my review for Watamote episode 5. So let's get into this. So this week's episode of Watamote, this is a good episode this week. I'll say this episode was a mixture of like somewhat sad, but at the same time it was pretty funny too. There's some funny moments in there. So this is a mixture of both things in here. Like part of the reason why it was like sad was because Tamako kind of comes with a realization that it's just like she's kind of alone. Like no one really wants to talk to her. Like no, it's just she's alone basically. Like she's by herself all the time, and she kind of felt sad about that because she tried to do this whole silent act thingy because she was watching this movie and there's this really silent girl and this guy kept trying to talk to her, and apparently that girl was like an alien and crap. But the whole point is the girl was like completely silent and expressionless at all times. So she's like, you know what? That's how girls can be popular. This is how this can work. This is how I could become popular. And so she tries to attempt to do this, and it just kind of fails flat, like right on her face, literally like right on her face, because in this episode, she ends up going to this cafe to get like a frappuccino, and apparently she didn't like the frappuccino because it was like bland, and then she probably like all this honey in it, and it looked disgusting. And her face at that time, when she at home, she was looking at it. Oh, it was priceless. The way she looked was so stupid. I was like, oh, it was funny. And she drinks, and it's like, oh, it's so nasty. But then she tried to get down because like the chair's like super high, so she's like her feet are dangling, and so she tries to get down, and she falls and bam, hits her head on the ground and everything, and then. Yeah, like I said, it was just sad. She was like crying and everything. You know, I don't know. I felt for her at that point. Not to mention when she was in school and stuff, and she just realized she kind of is alone, and just starts to kind of tear up a little bit there, and she didn't want to try to show emotions then either. But you know, she was trying hard the entire day not to show any type of emotion at all. So I guess she kind of did that part right. But it was like I said, that was part that was sad. But there's some funny moments within that as well. Like I said, this is her facial expressions throughout this episode was freaking stupid. Like she ended up going to take some pictures. What was it called? It was a pretty princess. She ended up having paid to go get some pictures and stuff, and she wanted to get her friend to come, but her friend didn't want to come for some reason. I don't know. We don't know the reason why, but she just kind of blew her off, I guess. And so Tomoko ends up trying to ask her brother, and her brother in this episode, by the way, I don't know. This episode right here kind of made me not like him that much because he's not helpful to Tomoko at all. Like he's always so mean to her. And I want him to just be a little bit helpful to some degree. Like I don't know, he's all freaking squeezing her face the entire time because she kept kind of messing with him a little bit. Like she ended up drinking something that he had, and he got mad off of that. She even tried to like help him, or no, well I can't really say that. I mean that was still kind of annoying to an extent. But I mean I don't know. I just felt like he could have helped out a little bit. He could have took some pictures with her. I mean come on now. But he said no to that, so she kind of had to go alone. And she like that whole picture thing was just stupid. Like the way she was looking, like it's like telling you the peace sign. She's like, eh. And then she tried to like pucker up her lips. She supposed to pucker up her lips, but she's like, with her chin. I was like, oh, it looked so freaking retarded. Like what the heck? Like all the pictures in there were hilarious though. And then what made it more funny is that after she got the pictures, she went home and then went into her brother's room and just like started putting pictures everywhere. It's stupid. I was like, what the heck? And he got really angry off that. He's just like he was about to just explode and stuff. I don't know. That was pretty funny. So, like I said, I like this episode though. Like I said, just some funny things. There's one other thing too that actually happened in this episode is that she wanted to try to join like this nightclub kind of thingy because she was watching this. I'm not sure what show it was, but this girl was saying basically she used to be really shy. She couldn't really talk as well. She needed to get she needs to be able to talk better in public and situations and everything, and so she actually ended up getting better because she went to like a nightclub is what it is basically. And so she's like, oh well, I could probably do some of this stuff. So she tries to attempt to act a certain way. Like she ends up trying to like work a lighter basically, so she can turn the lighter on, so you can help someone smoke. Basically, get a cigarette and then she, you know what I mean. So yeah, that kind of fails flat as well. She didn't really do anything. She even tried to help and like serve her brother some coffee, and that didn't go too well because he ended up getting mad off of that. So, like I said, I don't know. I just want her to succeed. Like I said, I want something good to actually happen to her. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just want something kind of good so we can feel a little bit of like happiness towards her because it's always something wrong. Something wrong always happens. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. But this was a good episode though. So leave a comment below and tell what you think of Watamote. Like this review and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Watamote reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, break out.